Welcome. Come on, come all to the best podcast this side of the next one.
Well, yeah, I was about to say the best podcast, this corner of the podcast store that you found this in.
Girls.
Dun, dun, dun,
Fully
dun, dun, dun.
absent and two men doing a podcast. Come on in. Just £5. 2 drink minimum. Watch the men do a podcast.
For a second, I thought you were trying to embolden the spirit of Motley Crue, and I was like,
girls.
No.
Welcome back to Down with Boring, everyone.
Hi.
Apologies, as always.
Not for anything, but
This
just
show,
that.
we've got some good stuff, haven't we, Jamie?
Yeah, we're going to be joined by CMAT
The one
later
and
on,
only.
the one and only, friend of the show.
Friend of the world.
Friend of the world.
Friend of Robbie Williams,
Yes. Well,
hopefully.
yes, on the way at the very least.
Did you know Robbie Williams has more than 2 toilets in his house?
It's true.
More than 2.
Where did you learn that fact, Jake?
To know, some bloke with 2 arms. Jamie's still here with his broken collarbone.
I'm still here in my sling,
Thriving.
but not going to let that stop me
No.
from doing this. As much as they tried,
As much as we said, Jamie.
as much as you pulled it away
Please,
and said
please.
we don't need you for this.
Yeah, what we did is we put the mic just out of arm's reach and he was helpless. Absolutely helpless.
It took me a day.
What we did is we gently pushed him and he fell on the sofa and he's been there like a beetle upside down for 3 days.
Yes, the microphone's currently dangling on
It
the
is,
céling.
yeah.
That we managed to work out here.
Like a colours show.
Exactly that. Yes.
You know the mic's like put on that. Apparently.
Oh, what? It's not actually there.
Apparently.
Why?
I don't know.
What's the point?
I was looking at it and someone said it and I was like, I get it, but also it looks it, but who knows?
Why do you need that artistic direction?
I don't know.
I don't know. Colours keep doing you, but also
now actually we're in my favourite part of the year, which is the 4-month period where Jamie Muir is officially embittered old man and I'm a sprightly young man. Jamie's birthday just happened, and now he's ancient and wizened while I prance around.
Yeah, to be honest, the hit of the birthday with the broken collarbone is a real sign that I am closer to the grave than I've ever been before.
One arm in the grave, as they say.
And yeah, feels like it. Have you checked the pulse? It's moving along nicely. It was a decent little birthday. But yeah, we chatted to CMAT on my birthday, so that was quite nice.
Yeah, which is coming up later through the magic of time wizardry.
Technology.
I got you a present for your birthday, Jamie.
Oh.
So what I did, I wrapped it up nicely.
Okay.
Classic,
Where is it?
white wrapping paper
Can't
with a
see
red
it.
ribbon round it, right?
Yeah,
so,
right.
thing is, when you're on the train at rush hour,
Yes.
they say to put your luggage in the racks
Yep.
to clear up space. You know,
Racks
for
on
everyone
racks
else.
on racks,
Exactly.
I believe is the song.
Rack
once.
City,
Yes.
bitch, rack, city, bitch.
Yeah, that.
10, 20s on your titties, bitch. I think that's right. Sounds a bit regressive.
I don't
Blame Tiger.
Do you not have
Not me.
pockets?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Not for me to say, but you know.
I'm a motherfucking star. Check out the paint on my car.
I don't think you need to be a star to have paint on your car. That's my issue with that. Are there certain colours that you can't have on your car unless you
Too
sell a
much
certain
tracks
amount of
made
albums?
the ride too hard.
How?
Tell that bitch get out, walk the boulevard.
But
And I need my money pronto. Green got cheese like a nacho. If she ain't got no ass, wear a poncho.
I can't believe you know the words of this song.
So I was on the train,
Yes.
and I put my luggage in the rack as a conscientious citizen, unlike Tiger, who apparently has some very regressive views about women. by the
Yes.
sounds of things. Sort that out, Tiger.
Sort that out, Tiger.
Also with a Y. What's that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I put it there. I'm on the train, chugging along, thinking Jamie's going to love this present. It's the best. It cost me a whole month's wages, but it's worth it.
A month's wages.
And I've come off, and I've got to the luggage rack, and the same box is there.
Great.
I've picked it up, obviously.
Yep.
Great. Brought it here.
Yep.
You've only got one arm, so I've unwrapped it
Yeah.
for you. Ready.
Right,
Don't
okay.
know why I wrapped it in the first place,
No,
but I've
bit-
unwrapped it for you.
Bit
What's
much.
happened is
Right.
someone else obviously had the same box.
Oh.
So they've taken your gift,
Right.
and the box I've got just has the dork mailbag in it,
Oh.
which is odd, I think.
I had the idea that would have gone somewhere else. The mailbag would have gone to somebody else.
No.
But no, it made its way back home.
It did. It always does.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
The mailbag is here. If anything, keep an eye on your luggage.
Yes.
The lesson of the story.
I
here.
did actually get my bag stolen once on the way to Lee Grave near Luton, but
right.
could have been stolen in St Albans. So
By was it stolen?
Yeah,
someone
had to do a police report. Got covered by the insurance.
Oh, did it? What was in the bag?
Oh, like basically, yeah. When you make a police report, you have to list all the things. And like, obviously, it was the most absurd. It was just after I'd finished my masters. I did I had taken all this stuff up to uni. Yes. So like, it was literally like, what's in there? And I was like, oh, well, like a bound copy of like a 20,000 word dissertation, and like it was like one formal shirt, and then like a bomber jacket and a Slaves Feed the Manta Ray 7-inch single, which I had to repeat twice because she didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, she was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But at the time, I was like, that's £7. I'm not.
Yeah, it's part of it.
But still, got the money.
Well, that thief really
spent it on a long weekend in Munich.
Ooh, very nice indeed.
Thank you. Anyway, letter number 1.
Yes.
It's from Colin from Redbridge.
Oh, Redbridge.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Haven't had one from there before.
No, we haven't actually, Redbridge. Good.
Colin says, Jamie, I'm sad to hear that you've broken your collarbone. I actually once broke my arm in a much more interesting way.
Right.
And I still tell the anecdote today.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did he tell the anecdote?
No, that's it.
That is a thing though, isn't it? I've found this when I'm
getting a lot of mileage out of this anecdote.
Yeah.
People that don't know you, I'm sitting there, a bit of silence. You're like, my mate broke his collarbone. Tree got him on a bus.
Yeah, it's the more I talk about it, the more wild an anecdote it is, to be honest. But I'm getting a lot of that. It's like, oh, well, I once did this.
Yeah.
But that's
Colin's the same.
That's all well and good, but I'm the one injured now. Do you know what I mean? It's like being like, oh, I once had a steak meal, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, what did you have for dinner last night? I went, oh, I had a steak. I was like, oh, I had a steak once. I was like, well, that's not relevant to the story here. You're asking me what I had last night.
Yeah, you've asked.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we've all done stuff.
Well, you're going to hate this next letter.
Oh, no. Oh. Cheers, Colin, by the way. Thanks for your well wishes, but also, yeah.
This is from Alice from Woodlington.
Where?
Woodlington. I believe it's a village in the home counties.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out. Didn't realise that our reach would span that far for the show, so that's greatly appreciated.
Alice says, hi, Jamie. Sorry to hear about your arm.
Thank you
Collarbone,
again.
Alice, not arm.
Yeah, close.
Sorry to hear about your arm.
Yeah.
I once broke my arm in a less interesting way.
In a less interesting way?
Yeah. She has actually included.
Oh, she has. Okay.
Yeah. She says, I fell out of bed and landed badly.
How high is your bed?
How badly did you land?
Yeah.
Were you in prison? Was it a concrete floor?
Yeah. Or was the floor made of random branches?
Just to say, the past tense here makes it sound like, Alice, you made a full recovery.
Which is great to hear.
Yeah. If not, I apologise.
I apologise that we're taking the piss, but also what?
I need more context.
You felt... Yeah, either great height or your floor is so rugged and just
and hunky.
Yes, that it's just damaged you in such a manner.
I'm looking up this place. Maybe they got concrete floors.
What famously all the homes in this home county village. That does sound horrible though. Like you're waking up unless you've flown thrown yourself out of the bed, like you've kind of just launched yourself.
Woodlington just seems to be a sofa company.
Who
are you, Alice?
Look, I don't want to say there's some vested interest here, but I got this out of bed, but on a sofa. The fall is much more cushioned. Is it DFS? Is that what she works for?
There's a place called Woodington. Maybe they've just added an L.
Is it Woodington? Where's Woodington? Is that a home
Oxfordshire.
County? Right.
Woodington Spinney.
Ooh. Hey, well, so that's what you were doing, Spinney.
Sorry. Woodington's Copse is next to Hinton Waldrist. Oxford.
That's not a word. That's not words that you're saying there.
I'm done. Please send your letters to the usual places. Tweets, Insta messages, smoke signals. If you see one of us in the street, just shout.
Yeah, or send me a get well soon card, and you can put a message in that.
Yeah,
my address is not available on there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only person who's ever sent us a card is pop legend. Molly
of course,
Coddles.
The legendary Molly.
So
Coddles.
Molly, if you want to send a get well soon card, you can send it to the same address you sent that to. Shout out, Molly.
Here we are. Welcome to.
Hey, also, Molly's got a new song coming out. It's great. You should pre-save that on Spotify.
Yes, yeah. We, when it does come out, we'll talk about it on the show.
Now?
No, I don't think so.
Look, Molly, I'm trying.
Which
you're listening.
This is the best. It's the best it's going to get.
But it's good.
It's really good. Pre-save.
Don't really know how you do pre-save, but
you go on. Can you pre-save this podcast? Because that's horrible if you're doing that. I'm really sorry that you have to do that.
Jesus pre-saves.
Is that?
That's what the crucifixion was.
What he
pre-saved the rest of humanity.
What, pre-saved death?
No, because he died for our sins.
Right.
So we couldn't go to heaven because of all of our sins. Then he died for our sins, so now we can go to heaven. And even if you're born 2,000 years later, you can still go to heaven. So he pre-saved us.
I guess he technically pre-saved like the feeding the 5,000 with the fish and the
500, I think. 300, 400, 800.
We're going with the Donald Trump metric of crowd size here, I see, but around that sort of size. He did all right. He pre-saved. Pre-saved the track, and we'll probably talk about it on the show.
So I guess Daniel Elk, the Spotify CEO, is sort of the Jesus of our time.
Yeah.
But bald.
If you're listening to this on Spotify, we're talking about the guy who runs...
the big one. Anyway, music news.
I wonder if we'll get censored. Ooh.
Music news.
Yeah, music news is here, I suppose. Festivals, they're still announcing loads of stuff. That's happening. There's a
lot of news. So if we miss out on your news, we're sorry. There's too much.
Yeah, there's so many festivals announcing stuff. It's all going on. There's loads of it. But we're going to have to talk about the big one.
Rockaway Beach.
Rockaway Beach has announced orchestral maneuvers in the dark, and some guy called Peter Hook.
The light.
And don't forget the light.
Yes, Glastonbury, a small provincial festival.
Yes,
over in the west of England,
looking to return this year after
announced.
Everyone.
Yeah, I think
everyone. 2
headliners, and then I don't know,
everyone,
someone else, and then a load of other stuff.
Just everyone.
So Billie Eilish
was already announced.
Yeah,
we talked about
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar's been announced now.
Yeah, don't think they've got a third headliner.
Well, it's
Ringo.
It's I don't know if Ringo knows where Glastonbury is. That's the problem. It's the other one. George.
What I enjoy about Setlist FM, if you want to look up a setlist, is if you want to look up a solo person, any song by any band they've been in is listed as a cover.
Yes.
So Paul McCartney's set apparently contains
all covers.
33 covers. Paul, play some of your own songs, for God's sake.
A proper cover band over here.
Here's one. Does Paul play songs John wrote? I don't actually know. Does he only do Paul songs?
Well, no, they wrote together. So
yeah, but some are leading.
Oh, I think
like
here
Norwegian
and there.
Wood is like a Lennon one.
I think here and there. I think he's done like something like George Harrison song before. He does like a couple.
But,
he's like, oh, remember these guys? Not here anymore.
Has he ever done Octopus's Garden?
I don't think he's
not
done
invited Ringo.
I don't imagine the shit.
Honestly. Also, as we noticed, the Glastonbury poster, as apart from the headliners, is in alphabetical order. So for a second, it looked like Amel and the Sniffers had the best booking
the best
all time.
Yes. I was like, wow.
Subheading to Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. I was like, fair play to them. But yeah, big old lineup. Big return. Glastonbury is, because it's been a few years now since Glastonbury's been allowed to happen. You do forget everybody plays there. Everybody plays Glastonbury. Yeah, there's a lot of people there. Lots of friends of the show. So we're going to take the praise for getting those bookings.
Yeah, although I haven't been invited to Glastonbury.
Yeah, so Amel and the Sniffers.
Sorry.
Where's the invite?
Evis and Butthead. Can you invite me to the festival, please?
Fuck's sake. So yeah, range of acts. We're not going to run for everyone because there's fucking loads of them. But you got big names like Lord, Megan Thee Stallion. Who else is there? St. Vincent's there. Sam Fender, Wolf Alice. Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes, of course.
That kind of one. Who else is knocking about?
Well, you got Crowded House, obviously.
The icons themselves. Who else we're looking through? We're looking through this color coordinated lineup.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Blossoms, tremendous.
What I enjoy about Glastonbury is realistically, you do miss about 95% of these. Really,
big old site. Big old site, isn't it?
It really separates. Like most festivals, you're like, maybe I wouldn't see like Arlo Parks live, but because she's playing the festival, I'll go and see her. Whereas Glastonbury forces you to do the opposite. People are like, didn't you always say you were a Phoebe Bridgers fan? And you're like, yeah, but it is a 10-minute walk away.
And she is clashing with 40 other people.
Yeah, there is a Mike Skinner DJ.
That I really want to see. Yeah.
Oh, did you catch Robert Plant? 'Cause you're a massive fan. Oh, I was actually having a gong bath in the healing field. So
perfect. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I assume.
Oh, I presume so. I'll probably watch it from home.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I pay my license fee.
Yeah. Shout out BBC.
Shout out the BBC. I'm excited to see what Olivia Rodrigo does.
I'm excited to see how many people call it Glastonbury.
Yeah. Glasto. Yeah.
Also, what I like is if I don't go, I like to hope it rains. It's the kind of guy I am.
If I'm not there, fuck all of you.
The year I went, it was too hot. It's the last year it was on.
So I love that. You hope it rains.
31 degrees.
Right,
and it was like, I remember like the tent that Fontaine's played in smelt like damp spinach. And I went in there wearing
Fontaine's who are playing again this year.
Wearing like a short sleeve shirt and shorts and immediately couldn't breathe. And on stage was it Snapped Ankles that play in ghillie suits?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
The band that play in ghillie suits were playing. And I
That's horrible.
remember looking at them and thinking like, one of them will die. One of them
and I'll be here.
will die.
And I'll be here to watch it.
They didn't. I don't think.
So that's famous advice. Don't wear a ghillie suit, but also make sure you're adequately prepared for the festival. I know it's been a while since Glastonbury's been on, so just remember how to survive it. And
remember that the main stage is perfectly positioned at the bottom of what is actually a natural valley. So if it does rain, fucked.
Yeah. If it does rain, don't go and see Paul McCartney.
No. And if it's sunny, don't go and see Paul McCartney. And if the weather's kind of in the middle, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah. Do go and see all the acts that have been on this show, though, because
that's the thing, Paul. If you want this to end, just come on the show.
It's true. Like, we will happily support Girl in Red, Holly Humberstone, Inhaler are playing.
Yeah.
There'll be others.
It's a very hard to read poster.
It is a bit much, isn't it?
Alan and the Sniffers, obviously friends of the show.
Alan and the Sniffers, of course. It's quite intense, isn't it?
Jesus and Mary Shane, friends of the show.
Yeah, yes.
Listen back to that one, guys.
Listen back to that. There's loads of other people that are playing. But go and see those guys first because, support your own. Big lineup, big stuff. Well done, Glastonbury. Who should we play? I mean, there's so many. Who do we play?
Well, let's narrow it down. We'll play a headliner. There's only two.
They've been announced.
There's only two headliners, yes. Billie Eilish and Kendrick Lamar.
Right, okay.
Billy, we've played a lot before.
Yes.
Kendrick, big comeback. And I would like to think that because he's American and doesn't really know what Glastonbury is, he would stay humble.
My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Bitch, be humble. Hold up, bitch. Sit down. Hold up, be humble. Hold up, bitch. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Who that nigga thinking that he frontin' on women? Get the fuck off my stage.
There it is.
Oh, I forgot that just saying that word makes that song play.
It literally.
Yeah.
Don't say it again.
Oh, I won't. Humboldt Penguin.
Oh. The humble telescope. That's what it is.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, big old Glastonbury, loads of
Hubble's
big stuff.
Not James Webb now, and it's all about James Webb.
Is it?
Yeah, new telescope.
No, I don't know.
New telescope just dropped.
Who's
shout out?
Who's fucking doing telescopes?
Now you can see the sun further. More sun.
The sun fucking hits. I don't need to see it.
Bigger.
You shouldn't look at the sun.
Bigger, please.
You shouldn't look at the sun, though. I don't need the sun.
Millions on a new telescope to see more sun.
I can grow up.
That's why phone cameras keep getting better.
There are people dying of hunger, and we've spent our money on a fucking
more
big scope.
More.
That's all we want. Yeah, go to Glastonbury or watch it on BBC.
Some guy at NASA there. More sun.
Do you know what we need to? We need to look at this more. Why?
More of
Why?
it, please.
The sun's going to engulf us all.
Hey, you know that star that's really far away?
Yeah.
There's ones further away. Should we look at those? Yeah, if you want. All right, great. Here's 100 million build telescope. More.
Fuck the telescopes. Go to Glastonbury, have fun.
Yeah.
Talking about Glastonbury, here's a previous headliner who smashed it. The Florence the Machine. It's back.
Oh, yes.
So wonderful stuff.
Rebuilt the machine.
There was bunch built the machine and they will come.
Exactly.
There was loads of hype knocking about stuff. There was like postcards getting sent out.
This is a big one because like
big stuff.
One of those people that still feels like relevant, like and just sort of vanished at the peak. Now,
yeah, like did a bunch of like talks like, she's kind of always been someone who's like just completely gone away.
Exactly.
Like it's not someone who's just like, oh, and here's another album.
Yeah, yeah. So it does feel pretty big that she's back.
Big stuff. The song's called King.
Apparently grew up on the street I currently live on.
Oh, really?
And by apparently, I mean every time I go to a pub in Camberwell, someone says it, but I've never found any actual confirmation.
Do you know if she still lives on that street or?
Well, presumably not, because I haven't seen her.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realise. Out and about, Jake over.
Well, no, I feel like in a couple of years, at some point, I would have. You would have taken the bin out. You know.
And you're there, just keeping an eye on the street, like.
Yeah.
There she
Okay,
is.
we'll put it this way: Yanis lives somewhere near me. Yanis from Foles, and
Yes.
I've seen him about 4,000 times to the point where I think he thinks I'm stalking him. I think I need to go over and clear it up. Like,
Yeah. Like, look, I promise you, I'm not.
this is just weird.
It's just awkward.
yeah.
But yeah, this is first new music for a few years. Last album was 2018, so a while now. Good to see Florence back. Huge shows. I think I saw Florence play British Summertime in Hyde Park,
I don't care.
and it was massive. And I'm
So
glad
we're at Reading 2012.
I was there as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was raining though, wasn't it?
It was.
Do you remember how it was raining
Shout
quite
out the
bad,
rain.
wasn't it?
Shout out the
It
rain.
was really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was raining too.
Good to see Florence back. It's big Florence song. You kind of like you kind of like know what you're going to get with Florence now, which is no bad thing. I enjoy it. Superstar. Hope she could do some massive gigs. I think she's doing like a bunch of festivals in Europe. So I don't know about the UK, but
It's got to be up there with Patrick Stump in like bad names for pop star. Like
what
people-
Florence Welch?
Florence Welch. Not great, is it?
Patrick.
I remember Patrick Stump once said, someone said, did you know you were going to be big when you started the band? And he said, if I knew I was going to be big, why would I have kept the name Patrick Stump? And I feel like Florence Welch is a symbol of Florence Welch.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a powerful name, One with the water.
Florence Squelch.
That's horrible. Let's play. This song is called King.
I need my golden crown of sorrow, my bloody sword to swing. I need my empty halls to echo with grand sail of mythology. 'Cause I am no mother, I am no bride, I am king. I am no mother, I am no bride, I am king. I am no mother, I'm no bride, I'm king. I'm no mother, I'm no bride, I'm king.
Lovely stuff. Well done. Well
You
done,
know that
Florence.
song's about,
Great that Florence is back.
About King Henry VIII.
He had 10,000 men. Marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again.
No, you're thinking of a different person.
Who's a different person?
Duke of York, the grand old Duke of York.
Oh, it wasn't King Henry VIII. He had 10,000 men.
Tiny Temper is launching his own fried chicken delivery service.
Why?
More importantly, didn't he change his name to Tiny? Didn't
Yes.
he lose the temper?
He did. Yes. I believe that too. But apparently he's gone
'Cause
back
this-
now.
Everything I've seen has said it's Tiny Temper.
Yeah. Has he gone back now?
Maybe he... I think Tiny Temper's got this thing because, like, he did some music that everyone liked, and then he kind of went away, and then he started advertising, like, headphones and that. So he's still making loads of money. And then, like, he released more music, and everyone went, oh, I don't care about that anymore. And he went, oh, it's because Tiny Temper's a stupid name. And then he released
So he
more
changed to
music.
Tiny.
And then no one cared. And he went, oh, maybe it's because they don't recognize my name. And I think someone needs to sit him down and be like, no, I think it's just because no one wants to listen to new Tiny Temper. No matter how good or bad it is, like, you're a man of the past. So maybe chicken's the best way to go for him.
I don't. It's
He's
an
like
interesting
Tinchy
new
Strider,
move.
you know?
What, you think you get a Tinchy Strider kind of like food for
Kebabs.
yourself as well? It's interesting. He's got
Tinchy Frider.
I fucking hate that. Sensational. So yeah, basically, if I'm looking through, he's been developed by Tiny Temper and a YouTuber chef known as Big Hass.
What I don't understand is why I would choose this when everyone knows fried chicken is only good when it's literally just been cooked. So it's going to be delivered to me soggy and horrible.
Yeah, it's called Wraps.
Wraps.
It's a 4-month pop-up at Willows on the Roof, which is located at the top of John Lewis on Oxford Street. Wild.
That's an incredible sentence.
That is a sentence.
As someone who, my girlfriend works on Oxford Street, I did not know there were pop-ups on the top floor of John Lewis.
Apparently so. The food's going to be available. It's in London, so Shoreditch, Hackney, Dalston, Brixton, Queen's Park, and only bloody Camberwell, as we discussed earlier. So
me and Florence Welch.
Florence, and Yanis from Foles can suck into a Tiny Temper fried chicken delivery.
You know, like back in the day, like NME would be like, oh, we've got a round table with like Marky Smith, Shane McGowan, and like Nick Cave.
Nick Cave, yeah.
Me, Florence Welch, and Yanis from Foles tucking into some fried chicken from Tiny Temper, but refusing to include him in the conversation.
Yes. Apparently, Tiny Temper said wraps just felt good. Food is an exploration of culture through its ingredients and flavours. And London, the city I'm from, is rich with diversity and culture.
Did he say that? Sounds like
it would take someone's word. What else someone say? It's an inclusive community of indulgent and healthy soul food fans. Nostalgic nod to Tiny's early childhood, spent frequenting the chicken shops of South East London after school and to family dinners.
You know what I find really interesting about Tiny Temper is that, like,
Yes,
he now can and does drive past the bus he used to run for.
With the fried chicken.
Whoa, where's his fucking clap? Where's his encore?
I hope that came out. Incredible stuff. Like,
Also,
why not?
Where's he from?
Tiny Temper.
Yeah.
I do not know.
No, me neither.
I do not know. Have a
Because if
little
he's from
look.
South London, I don't know how he's driving past a bus because those roads are narrow. I'll have a look. It's all right. I got two.
Yeah, have a little look. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the takeaway. Just want to shout, Evening Standard, by the way, has reported on this, and they've used the sub-headline, you could say it was written in the stars. Hey, well done. Shout out
It's
them.
from Plumstead.
The menu.
Plumstead.
I used to live in Plumstead for a little brief time.
Why?
Yeah, it's a fair question, to be honest.
Isn't that further east than Woolwich?
Yes, a little bit further east than Woolwich.
Honestly.
It's not the one.
No.
I
guess.
mean, if you live there, good on you, but it's not.
I think if
it's
you're
not
from
fun.
there, fair, but like choosing to move there at the age of 20 or however old you are, that seems a bit weird to me.
I'm just trying to see the menu for this because apparently it's named after like artists. Like he's named this after artists. So it looks like the people behind it are also involved in like Giz and Green. Do you remember Giz and Green? That was the Professor Green pizza place. There you go, Wraps. There it is. We're just browsing the website. Anyone can do this, but I just thought
Anyone can get it. Old fellas and the new kids.
I don't want. I want to just click on Wrap. Look what's happening with the website. Right, it's placed just on the like, you know, where that
this audio medium is a really good way for you to
complain about this website.
Why don't you maximize the tab? Maybe that would help.
Oh, that's a good shout. Hold on.
There you go. All right.
Sorry, I take it back. I take it back on the website.
Coming soon. Here we go.
Oh, here you go.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so this is incredible. All right, so they've got Buffalo Soldier, which is soldier like Soldier Boy.
That's what it's spelled.
African Giant after Burna Boy.
Yep, and the great album.
Unruly after. I can hear that in my head, but I don't know what song that is.
Just gonna try and see if it's written somewhere else.
In the stars.
Doesn't say. Doesn't say. Just says it's unruly. It'll be something. We apologise if we don't get that right.
Maybe it's a Drake song I'm hearing in my head anyway. And then,
oh my gosh,
there's a JME rap, which is just called JME. And then even better, tenders, unknown teas, buttermilk brined tenders. Not even a pun. Just unknown teas.
They are unknown teas. I love it. Goes there.
Are you allowed to order them? Or like...
What? They're all sold out at the moment, so I don't think they're on sale.
Oh, so maybe unknown teas got them all.
Unknown teas got them all. Penguins.
Chicken Caesar salad.
Named after
Julius Caesar, the OG in the game.
And then I think, unfortunately, that's it.
Great.
Anyway, wild. Yeah, I guess if you would like to order that, good on Tiny Temper. Or, sorry, Tiny. On expanding his food empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on him.
It says Tiny Temper on that too. He must have changed back. Ludacris runs his own chicken shops.
Does he?
Yeah.
Isn't I think a lot of American rappers do that though. You got
like Ludacris and Killer Mike and 2 Chainz.
Doesn't Rick Ross have Wingstop?
He does. Yes, he does. Shout out Rick Ross.
Mark Wahlberg had Wahlburgers.
This segment has gone on for too long.
Yeah, this is. We're going to be joined after this to bring order to proceedings.
Yes. By the quiet, reserved #1 pop star in the world.
Yes, CMAT will be joining us just after this. Until then, we've talked a lot, so we're going to go and
pass out.
Bye, Tiny Temper.
Yeah, they say hello, they say hola, and they say bonjour. I never got to fly on a Concorde. I've been Southampton, but I've never been to Scunthorpe. I'm crazy with the kicks, call me John Claude. I'm back to be a bigger star than my mum for. Cause every day I got a groupie at my front door. Now I drive past the bus I used to run for. Where's my clap, where's my encore? I walk alone, cause I was born alone. I chops her just for fun, I'll never ever call her phone. I leave her in the club, I'll never ever walk her home. The other foundation, I'm the cornerstone.
And we're back. We're back.
We are.
We're back.
Joined by a superstar that isn't you,
literally.
Jamie.
Yes, of course, returning to the show. We apologise for the fact that you're returning, I guess. We're sorry that you have to come back to these desolate lands, but it's a pleasure to have CMAT back on the show. CMAT, how are we doing? How is life? How are things?
Life is good. Life is weird. Life is very hectic. Life is very stressful. My brain has been smoothed out. I've got no creases left in my brain for storing things.
Great. So having a good time then, by the sounds of it. having a wonderful experience.
Having a whale of a time, I would say. It's great.
Is this everything you'd hope for in your debut album week? Now, of course, we're recording this just a few days before the album comes out. How is it going on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of craziness? Is this what you predicted it would be like?
I think when I was a child, I always knew that I was going to be a pop star. However,
yes.
I didn't know at the time that I guess streaming services were going to decimate the income of pop stars all over the world, and therefore
didn't come to mind.
I wasn't going to be able to hire hundreds of, if not thousands, of staff to work for me all of the time. So I'm as busy as any old pop star ever used to be, except I have to do it all by myself.
The industry.
Oh yeah, it's been fun. It's been wild. It's been wacky. It's been crazy.
It's been wacky. I saw yesterday that you were, I believe, with a sandwich board advertising the album. I see what you mean, because usually that could be one of the team, but you've taken
Elton
it on.
John doesn't do his own sandwich boards, or he didn't back in the day.
You never know.
If this was the 90s, I would have a fleet of children wearing sandwich boards all around every part of London.
The good old days.
Me wearing it, and my friend Alison with a megaphone shouting at people to listen to Irish pop music and telling them that
How
I
did
was
it go? Do you think you made some impact on the market?
I think I sold 4 CDs.
Hey.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
We're going
That's
number
good.
1.
Yeah, every little one counts. Let's not deny it. Whereabouts were you in London as well? I'm really intrigued as to the location of what. Who were you targeting?
So this was the thing. We were like, let's go like to Rough Tradies. Let's go to like Brick Lane and go
good
where
shout.
people like us. Go where the people like us. And there was one lady who passed who was like, "Oh, I've got a ticket to your show." I was like, "Work." But
that's good.
pretty much it was dead. It was completely dead and empty. So then we walked to Spitalfields, where we got chased away by security guards because they were like, "You can't have that phone here." And then a lady came up and grabbed her microphone to start singing her version of I think it's A Holiday by the Venga Boys or whatever that song is called. I can't remember.
Great. Strong choice.
And then we ended up outside Box Park for a while. And we were just vibing, but nobody was in London yesterday at all for some reason. So it was basically just me and Alison getting our steps in.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Well, I mean, what sort of time was this?
It was rush hour. So
just no one rushing.
No one was rushing, and we did get to outside of a train station, and Alison was shouting at everyone through the megaphone to consider pop music, and a man who was on his phone angrily shouted over at us, "I'm on the phone!" So,
as if it's his train station.
Yeah. So I don't think he was happy.
So May not buy an album. We don't know. It's a maybe.
We don't know. It was the business district, and they do love to. It wasn't the business district, but he felt like he was the business district, and
he takes it with him wherever he goes.
He's a man of capital, if nothing else, and maybe he'll want to invest in a young upstart like me.
Just offer shares next time. That could be another option if you're looking to do it again.
True. Although the vinyl market these days, whoa.
You gotta invest.
Someone on TikTok paying €350 for the original pressing of the "Call Me by Your Name" soundtrack. You met it. That's insane.
And this is why people should buy at least 10 copies of your album now.
Yes, that's it.
Well, the first record I released is already doing the rounds on Discogs. It's already way more than it used to be.
There you go. Buy 10 copies, guys.
The pink pressing, the pink edition of the Diet Baby record has gone for loads of money now.
Do you have any of those? That could be a retirement fund, if so.
Yeah, I've loads of them and I'm not selling them because they're classic.
This is the trust fund. This is it. This is the build off of.
I know, I'm a landlord. I'm hoarding wealth. But yeah, you should buy at least 10 copies of my debut album if my wife knew I'd be dead out on March 4th by AWOL Recordings.
Yeah, that's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum.
Available all good record shops and available directly to www.baby.com.
Everyone get that down. Make sure you got that down. We're starting the chart battle now. Bring it on. I don't know who you're against.
Who am I up against? Who's releasing an album this week?
Let's have a look. Hold on. I can get it up. Just chat amongst yourselves while
us. Thanks, mate.
I think I once beat Justin Bieber in a chart battle. But then
you think?
I think I'm actually not supposed to say that. Actually, now that I say
Excellent. All going well. We've been doing this for 6 minutes.
I don't care anymore. I actually don't care anymore. It's in the past. But yeah, when my first EP came out, when the first vinyl I released, "Die Baby," came out, in the midweek charts in Ireland, it went to number 1, and I beat Justin Bieber, and then it was taken out because it wasn't actually eligible for the album charts. So that was fair enough. I'm definitely not supposed to say that, but I don't care. Justin, come fight me.
Try it again. Try it again.
Listen, I'd like to see a try. I'd like to see a try when I have an actual album now.
A little fun fact: Justin Bieber and I share the same birthday. And so, a little fact. So today actually is Justin Bieber's birthday when we're recording.
I was thinking he's a Piscean king.
Yeah.
Well, what I think is better is that you're exactly the same age. So no matter what you do, you always know Justin Bieber's there. Exact age as you.
The exact same age. Yeah. It's a good stuff.
What went wrong, Jamie? What went wrong?
Well, we could be here for hours, but we'd simply don't have time. By the way, CMAT, you're up against Stereophonics, it looks like, and Band of Horses.
Yeah, a lot of weird stuff coming out. The official music from Gran Turismo 7 is released, so
Oh, you're in trouble.
Could be a big one.
That's the battle. We can bring it on. We'll start the battle now. But it must be.
lethal.
Yeah. That's a battle to tuck into. So we're with you. We're with you. Of course, buy the album now because, as you know, it's only going up in value. You don't want to be the guy who has to pay a load of money when it goes
this
up
is
on
like
Discogs.
getting in on Bitcoin in like 2004.
Yes,
And
do
the
it now.
Stereophonics have had their fun.
They
Oh,
have.
yeah.
They
And
have.
some,
Yeah, Kelly Jones
on.
has done his bit. He's lived his life. I'm not saying put him out to pasture, but
Just that you just immediately knew his name, but
it's Kelly Jones. It's it's a strong name.
must be a blind spot of mine.
I mean, they're Welsh, so Jones was a good guess. If you didn't know,
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I had no idea. I just gave it a roll of the dice.
Is he
and
related
we were
to
lucky.
I assume so. We can only assume so.
Look, Tom's
Brothers, I think.
Tom's been about. He's done some stuff, so I wouldn't rule out any sort of family connection to anyone from Wales at
I'd
this
love
point.
to sing with Tom Jones. I think we'd kill it. You
Oh
imagine?
yeah, that'd be great. I'd pay good money for that. I'd buy 10 copies of your album for that.
So would I. I might actually buy them myself.
I love the idea that Tom Jones would have set the bet as well. He's like, well, look, I will sing with you, but only if you sell a certain number of copies of your debut album.
You were thinking of doing the voice there, weren't you?
I was, and then I thought that's a terrible idea.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah. Backed away. But it must with the debut album, CMAT. How does it feel? I guess as well. Like, was it something that came together relatively quickly in terms of you had the songs and they came together quite naturally, or was it something that did take a little bit of time, like in terms of getting it all together? Because obviously you put out a range of stuff before, but kind of did that come together? Yeah, quickly.
No, it didn't actually.
No.
I take time and effort and songcraft to create an album. It doesn't just fall out of my arse. Thank you very much. No, I realized this the other day. I had a flashback to when I was finishing kind of writing the album in Lisbon in like January 2021. And I do have a distinct memory of like Googling what is an album. So
tremendous.
It wasn't easy.
Google has the answer. It appears.
What advice were you looking for there? What specific part had thrown you?
I don't know. Like, I think I ended up deep in WikiHow for how to write an album. And it was basically this whole thing like I can write a song, right? I can write a song. I can write a song all day, every day, but I'm actually not much of an album listener. So I knew that I was going to have to make an album. So I just had to like get advice on how to do that. And apparently, like, the thing is, you gotta have a couple of every type of song that is in your wheelhouse on the record, and you have to show the judge's versatility. And you have to arrange the track list in such a way that invites people into listening. And so I didn't know any of that beforehand, I feel.
Well, listening to the album, I think you've aced it, to be honest. I was invited in. I was invited in, and I enjoyed my stay.
Oh, I'm glad.
It works. It's
it
covered
worked for me. I can't possibly comment on the unwashed masses, but I'm sure it'll work. Well, I mean, it'll be number one, so we know it'll work.
Exactly. It'll all dive in. And I guess that you must be, in terms of getting it out, is there like, I don't know, do you put like pressure on yourself, or in terms of like making sure this album was like bang on and everything kind of like that you as an artist want to get across? Like, was there pressure, or were you someone who was just like, do you know what, this is me? And, there was, I guess, more of a freedom to it than a pressure.
Oh, there was no pressure. Sure, no one was expecting me to do anything good. Do you know what I mean?
The expectations were low, is that what you're trying to say?
The bar was on the floor. Like, they really... I don't think anyone was expecting that much of me, so I was fine. I was like, sure, let's put together whatever I think is good, and then hopefully someone will like it. And that's kind of what happened. Like, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to songs, right? So I'm a perfectionist when it comes to songwriting and song structure and lyrics and melody. Yeah. And I get craft of the individual songs. But like, when it comes to production and when it comes to, I guess, thinking of the album as a theme, like, I kind of wanted to rely on impulses and instinct, and in terms of production, like I worked on it with Ollie Deacon, and we recorded it in like 10 days in Ealing. So like we literally just had to work with the instruments that were in his home studio. So that's what we did. Like there was I didn't really get a chance to, Bengali it or anything. It wasn't like, I wasn't like, I have to, I'm not really the kind of person that can like, edit a song on a laptop over hours and hours and hours. Like that's not, because I think that pushes the needle too far away from what the point of what you're trying to do is. So I try to work on instinct and impulse as opposed to too much of the other stuff. And I am a perfectionist when it comes to the the skeletal format of everything, but I feel like after that you just gotta have fun. You just gotta have fun with it and just like do stuff that sounds nice and inviting.
Yes, exactly. And I think, as Jake said, result is a belter of an album. Top-notch stuff. What we'll do is we'll listen to one such track now. We're going to go with Groundhog Day because it's a cracker. It's a cracker. So let's have a listen now. This is CMAT with Groundhog Day. Was. What a tune. What a wonderful stuff. The album is out now.
It is. And that track's on it. That if you like that track, you're going to love the album.
It's on it.
You should buy 10 copies.
Exactly. Very specific amount. 10 each will get everyone there.
You got to give people, this is like a sales thing, right? You got to give them you can't just say loads of copies. They won't know what to do. Give them an exact number, then they'll do it.
And you don't have to get them all on vinyl. You could get one on a golden flecked glitter cassette. You could get one on a CD. You could perhaps even buy it on Apple Music or something along those lines.
See, you could.
Yeah, there, you could.
You can mix and match, but you need to get to 10. Otherwise, you're not allowed into any of CMAT shows.
Well, I just think that's fair.
Yeah. If you're not going to invest,
you have to bring them all to the door of the show and show them all. Otherwise, no dice.
Yeah,
we'll be counting. We'll be counting every step of the way.
It's 10 per person, 10
I think that's fair.
So if you buy 20, you could get your lover in. You know what I mean?
Or if you
25, and you'll get special box seats.
Yeah.
These are the deals going on. I saw that you were recently on late night television as well in Ireland. How was that? Please tell me that it was as wonderful an experience as it looked.
It was amazing, and it was also very vindicating because I'm not gonna lie, that particular show in Ireland is very iconic, very popular. Lots of people tune in to watch it, and it's where a lot of people kind of get their break, so to speak. And they really try to go out of their way to invite new artists on the show, which is a huge plus for them. It's a huge positive, right? And I really appreciate that. However, when
what a build-up, and then
didn't see that coming. Didn't see that.
However, when they first asked me to play on the show, right, which I think was back in 2020, so it was like maybe a couple of months into my career, they went out of the way to be like, "We love what you're doing. We want to support you. Please come play on the show." I was like, "Okay, work. Yeah, love it."
Great.
And there, at the time, they wanted me to sing "I Want to Be a Cowboy Baby" because it was my forthcoming single, and I was like, "Okay, work. Love that." They also wanted me to sing a version of it that had the entire second verse and second chorus cut out of it because they don't believe in playing like long songs on the telly. They also, I think the way they were suggesting that I stage it at the time was that I am singing it solo with an acoustic guitar. So I'm playing the acoustic guitar and singing it, right, which is what I was doing at the time, so perfect. But they wanted to play a full produced backing track. So, like, you'd be hearing a band, but you would be seeing a baby Taylor that is not plugged in.
Yeah.
And I'd be singing a live vocal And I think they also wanted me to perform in front of like a 20-foot blow-up picture of myself or something like that.
These are some incredible
huge
stipulations.
Huge demands.
Hey, we love what you're doing. Can you completely change literally everything that you do, please?
But you know what? And I don't want to rag on them, right? I don't want to rag on them because I think that this is what a lot of music television is. Now, what they didn't know, what I don't think they counted on at the time, is that I am very stubborn. And also, if there's one thing I do know, I don't know, I'm not a great producer. I'm not a hugely skilled musician. I don't know a lot about mixing audio. I'm not anyway an audiophile. I am a music television scholar. I know everything about it. I know how it works, and I know what you do, and I know what you can't do. So I basically didn't play at the time. I think they asked me twice, and I had to say no both times because they wouldn't give in to my demands.
I rate it so
also,
much.
Sorry, your demands were basically like, can I play the whole song and not be in front of a 20-foot picture of myself? Like, that seems like pretty low level as far as demands go.
Yeah.
But again, not ragging on them at all, but because I think, there's a reason that they do that. And it's because these people have to, make a show every week, and they probably don't have that much time or money to do it in, and, whatever. However, I was literally just like, just let me do what I want to do because I know what I'm doing. And they wouldn't. So I was like, that's fine. So I think I turned it down twice. And then, like, a couple of weeks ago, they basically came back and were like, okay, she can do what she wants.
And you're like, and thank you very much.
So
and here we go.
If it seems like in that performance I'm particularly smug,
it's because kind of were.
It's because
you
I
made
got to do it. Now, I did do straight up, hold my hands up here. I did a radio edit. of the song. Because they still didn't allow the song to be that long, but at least it made sense with the song I did, which was Every Bottle. I didn't have to cut like a verse out or anything.
No.
And we had to do a pre-record because they still wouldn't let us do it live because I think it was just too technically unusual for what they're kind of used to. But
just prudent.
No, and I don't want to be. I don't think they really trusted us to be as good as we were. Me and the band. I think they were kind of like, okay, she wants to do it live.
To be fair, I can see this same thing playing out with some people that are coming on and just bombing spectacularly.
Yes,
let me do what I want, and they go on like, oh, we shouldn't let them do what they want. So this is the vindication for you, is that it went really well. Yeah,
and like again, I'm not ragging on anyone. I don't think anyone did anything wrong. And I don't think anyone was like, being, malicious or like snotty about anything. I think this is the way that television usually works. But I'm just smug because I like it when I'm right. And it was like a thing that's like 2 years in the making, basically, was that performance. That performance was like 2 years in the making of me like sitting on my hands and just biding my time and being like, they're going to let me do it eventually. They're going to
come
one of these days.
They're going to come back. And the result was stunning.
They're going to let me do it. And they did. It was really good.
We only have a short amount of time left. So what we're going to do, we're going to quickly run through our game here. It's called, Jake, do you want to explain the game? Because of course we're highbrow here.
We are. It's called What's the C Matter with You? Which
thank you
editor Vicky's game name. She delved in with that one. Basically, so we're recording this ahead of the CMAT confessional, although it's airing after, I believe. Is that how time works?
Be the one. That's how time works. Yeah.
Basically, we're just gonna we've canvassed a few dork writers, a few close friends and associates with some of their questions. And we're going to ask you whether you can help offer some advice and guidance. We've got a few, but basically I think we'll probably only have time for a couple before you have to, what is it, you're moving house today? Is that right?
In the middle of an album release. I'm really strong.
I'm moving house, and also I have to find something to wear to the Enemy Awards. Which I really didn't think I was going to be going to until today, because my wisdom teeth is coming in pretty hard and fast. And I'm kind of drooling constantly. And so it's like,
not going
I don't
well.
think I can go. And I think they're like, oh, no, you really have to go. And I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to find something to wear to an awards show at the last minute today. But also I have to move out of my house.
So all going well.
Tomorrow, as of tomorrow, I don't have a fixed abode for like 2.5 months because I'm going on tour. So,
But you will be at the Enemy Awards, and we'll have an
I will
outfit.
be at the Enemy Awards, and maybe I'll just move in there.
Yeah, what's a Brixton? Just live above, live in the top bit. See what's going on.
Oh.
See what's going on.
I bet it'd be nice.
Yeah, maybe.
I like Brixton.
A lot going on.
Maybe. should we run through a couple of these?
Yes, Jake. Well, let's go for one.
Then? Okay. I don't know which one to go for. This is so hard. Okay. I'm always losing things. Do you have any tips on how to remember where things are and to organize my life a bit better? That's a question from
No,
one of our.
Come to the worst place.
You could ask me a question on almost any topic, and I would have some great advice. And this is the one where if I had advice about how to not lose things or be organized, do you not think I would give it to myself and make my life a lot easier?
Hey, but you're releasing an album. That's going to take some kind of organization.
I didn't organize it. I didn't do it.
So maybe that's the advice. Find someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, that's a really good piece of advice. Delegation is key. You know, what you want to do is just get some staff. That's my advice.
just get staff in. Just get him on the payroll at the very least.
Yeah.
That's a strong one. We've probably got time for one.
Billionaire and get staff is my advice for being organized. Just don't.
Oh dear, we've got one more
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
This is one from another writer here. I'm mortally afraid of milk, and I need to cure this ongoing phobia. Any tips? So phobia of milk. That's what we're looking at here.
What kind of milk are we talking about? Because
So
I'm going to be honest with you.
From what we can work out, this is
gonna-
just the sort of consistency and look of milk. So I think all milks would probably come under this umbrella, even plant-based alternatives.
Okay, so what I would say is, right, and I know the Irish Dairy Association will have my neck for what I'm about to say. But,
They famously listen. They famously listen to the show as well. They've been waiting for your appearance, so this is going to go down very well for all of us.
They got harpies in every corner of the world, and they're regularly listening to Catch You Out. Let me tell you, the Irish Dairy Association, the Dairy Farm Association, they will have you. They will have you. They will have you. But,
It's the CIA, FBI, the Irish Dairy Association.
yeah, exactly.
The trio.
It's all the same, baby.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. Cow's milk, you're right to have a phobia of it because it's weird. Like, cow's milk is weird. And that's not to say I don't like dairy. I'm actually, I'm into my kefir. I like kefir. Like with dust mixed up.
Okay.
But, actual just milk for everyday use, no. In terms of oat milk, right, which, as we all know, is the king of milk, what you're going to want to do, is you're going to want to get the expensive one because the other day, I had oat milk that was not trash. Why am I trash talking today? I think it's because I'm Well, Morrison's own brand oat milk deserves to be tried at The Hague for war crimes.
How bad are we looking?
It's pretty abysmal.
I had a cup of tea the other day, right? And I took the last week of my tea. I was taking the last week of my tea. And it was like someone had left a digestive biscuit at the bottom of excuse my language, of the freaking cup. Am I swear?
Yeah. It deserves it as well.
But it's like someone left a digestive biscuit at the end of the cup, and then I went for a mouthful, and I just had all this oaty silt in my mouth, and it was disgusting. So, my advice is get the expensive stuff. Treat yourself. Get the expensive. The Oatly, the whole brand, Oatly milk. You give it a good shake up before. You just ease yourself into it, right? You're going to want to get a nice bag of Earl Grey.
Okay, this is nice.
And you know what I mean? And just a little drop to begin with. And then maybe you're going to want to experiment, right? You're going to want to have it by itself. And, it's important to try new things in life because every day is a school day. And maybe you're going to want to get on, actually, sorry, not to segue. I know we don't have a lot of time, and that's my fault as much as it is anyone else's. But
well, I mean, I've got all the time in the world, so as long as you want to take, I'm fine. I'm cozy.
there is a serious problem in this country where I'm currently living, which is England, right? Which is that I can't find frosted shreddies anywhere.
Maybe that's like a sugar tax thing. They did bring in a sugar tax.
Yeah, they used to be everywhere for a while. I would admit it's gone
literally.
off. It's gone downhill.
I can't find frosted. I found the Aldi ones. They're not. I may as well be eating paper, right? But the own brand, like the actual, like the Kellogg's or whatever, frosted shreddies. I can't find them anywhere. But this is how you cure your phobia of milk. You make a deal with the devil in exchange for a box of frosted shreddies, original brand, actual brand of frosted shreddies, and then you pour milk over that, and then you allow yourself in for a taste sensation like you've never experienced before in your life.
And then you're sold on the milk. That then it's the gateway, I suppose. It's the gateway into the rest of the milk kind of like cycle more than anything.
Because you'll always have those happy milky memories, as they're known.
Yeah.
Can
Give
I
another question. Give another question.
Hit us.
Give another question.
Have you got time? Should I go for a meaty one?
There's one more. Doing two
go for it, Jake.
is too uneven and weird.
Okay. I have a stray cat who keeps coming to my back door for food. It's been a few months now, and I've been feeding it. But when is the right time to let the cat in and adopt him as one of my own?
Now, I would say now is the time. If you're thinking about it, then it's time. You know what I mean? You know, love waits for no man is the thing. And you're always going to wonder, you're always going to spend your life wondering, like, am I doing the right thing? Is this right? Is this the person I want to be with for the rest of my life? But if you're considering it, if you have enough space in your heart to consider it, now's the time. You got to jump.
Yeah. I suppose it's like Katy Perry saying, you know, the one that got away. You never want to be regretting it, do you? If the cat, you know, was actually, you were meant to be bonded with the cat. I guess the question would be, though, you're worried, is it someone else's cat? You know,
obviously, does the cat just have a schedule? Like, does the cat want to be doing other stuff?
I wouldn't worry about that.
Is that it? Not even what? Just I would worry about it.
Just take the cat.
I wouldn't worry about that. You know, cats. I'm a lover of cats. This will come as a shock to absolutely no one who's ever listened to any music that I write. But I love cats, and I do plan on, when I'm a settled woman, and by settled I don't mean with a partner, I just mean like is able to afford to have
not
a house
on tour for 2 months without a fixed abode.
Yes, when you're not that,
exactly. When I'm a settled woman and I have a house, I will immediately be adopting about 6 to 7 cats because they are amazing creatures. And the thing is with cats, right? They have a sense of agency. They know what they're doing. So that cat will not move into your life and will not move into your home if that cat does not want to. And if that cat does want to, then the other owner is simply going to have to make peace with that. If you love something, you let it go.
That's true.
It's true. The cat doesn't want to be with you no more, as they famously say.
If you've got better vibes and your cat food is better, like the cat is just doing what's right by the cat, and the cat will always do what's right by the cat. They got no loyalty, they've got no love, they've got no warmth, and that's why they're superior. Yeah,
and don't deny it as well.
No.
You're clearly bonded by the sounds of it, so don't try and deny it. It's only going to hurt you more as the months go on.
Wild horses.
Do it. The incredible advice from the one and only CMAT. CMAT, you've got a busy day ahead, so we will leave you be. If my wife knew,
Godspeed.
If my wife knew I'd be dead, is out now when you listen to it. So go again, pick up 10 copies.
It will be out now. If my wife knew I'd be dead by CMAT, out March 4th by AWOL recording.
Buy 10 copies. Available on cassette, CD, vinyl, download, streaming.
It's available everywhere. We're going to start the chart battle.
Remember,
we can't wait.
Stereophonics have had their fun.
Yeah.
So
Kelly Jones.
Exactly. Come on.
I don't
Leave it
start
out.
a Cold War between Wales and Ireland, but it's about time someone did. And God,
It begins now. We will go to the full lengths. We go into battle. We're willing to go in. We're fully on board here. There's no doubt about it. CMAT, good luck in your hunt for an Enemy Awards outfit. Hopefully something like Lady Gaga, maybe. The egg could be an option.
Or the meat dress.
my brief while I head into town now is Miss Piggy. That's all I have. That's all I have.
So you have. I mean, strong.
What would she wear to the Enemy Award? I'm not doing any of that indie sleeve shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not
She'd
doing any of
wear
that. Oh,
fabulous.
Like, I got a vintage shift dress and tights and I have like natural makeup look and a leather jacket. None of that.
None of that. Indie
Just
sleeves.
Miss Piggy.
No.
Just
It
Miss
took me about
Piggy.
8 hours to get my makeup on, and that's the way it should be. Do you know what I mean? If I wear
It's
a
an awards
gown,
do.
don't be surprised.
Rate it
Incredible.
a lot.
We can't wait. I hope the house move goes well. It's all going on. I hope everything goes well. The battle begins. CMAT's
Yeah.
out now. CMAT, thank you for coming on. And
Thank you.
Godspeed. We're
Thank
going
you.
to listen to Every Bottle Is My Boyfriend because it's a banger as well. Enjoy. There goes CMAT,
The one and only.
the pop star we need right now.
You know, if there was
The
a
icon.
God, I'd be killing him. But who needs God when I've got Robbie Williams?
It's true.
Voice of Generation.
Voice of Generation. Go buy the new album, as we said.
Yeah, I mean, we say
Take
this
com-
obviously
Yeah, we say this every time.
but I legitimately, genuinely love the CMAT album.
It's really
And
great.
I think everyone else should and will too, and she is incredible.
Yes, big star. Wonderful stuff. Go get the album.
If
Enjoy.
my wife knew, I'd be dead.
Out now on AWOL Recordings.
On
As,
what is it?
yeah.
On pink vinyl.
on pink vinyl.
Glitter cassette.
Yeah. And obviously available as
CMAT, come back. We can't
yeah,
remember what it's on.
we can't remember the plug. Available on digital download, of course.
Yes.
In all your favourite places.
Buy a copy. Get it to number 1.
Do
on
it.
Stereophonics.
Do it. Fuck them. Exactly.
Anyway.
Talking of fuck Stereophonics.
Yeah.
Here's new music. Which you could argue is the ultimate fucking of the Stereophonics.
That's true.
In that there's competition and new music
There
out
is.
there. Let's start with Jake. Do you want to start us off with what's been, I guess,
Popping.
what's been finger popping your brain over the past 2 weeks?
Well, I would say my unknown tease chicken tender of the week is the new song from, of course, Wet Leg.
Yes.
They just don't miss. So they got the
They
album
don't.
coming out. They're
Yeah.
releasing the singles.
Yep.
Everyone was worried after the first one. Oh no, what if they don't do another one as good?
Because it was a big first
Second
single.
one. Oh, what if the next one's not as good? 2 more. Oh, what if they're not as good? Angelica's just come out. It's just as good.
Yes.
Excellent. Catchy instrumental, incredible vocals, brilliant lyrics of bringing lasagna to a party.
Which
Funny,
is
incredible, catchy, stuck in my head the second I heard it. Like, don't miss. I don't understand it.
Good. Yeah.
At this point, I'm actually kind of annoyed.
Like, what? Can you just
Release one dud.
Yeah.
It's like the Marvel movies.
Give us one chink in your armor.
Where is your Thor 2, The Dark World?
It's got to be somewhere.
Everyone's waiting for it.
Everyone's waiting.
But as it is, like, this is, incredible.
Where's your fault?
Wet Leg, if you're listening, where is Thor 2?
Shout out to anyone who is a fan, I guess, of that film, but also
No
come
one's
on,
a fan of that
no one's a fan of that film. I really like the song too. I actually think this might be my favorite. That might be because we've heard Shay's Long.
That's true.
20 million times.
I prefer Wet Dream to Shays Long, but again, I don't know. Again, I don't. know. But I still listen. I'm
still
so
bangers. Yeah,
excited
yeah.
for this album, so I can have a whole album to listen to of this.
Yeah,
And,
'cause
like,
it's
honestly,
amazing.
I mean, this. Oh no, Like,
Yeah,
it's coming
yeah.
to the point where like we've got half an album's worth of songs, and they're all bangers. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this album is, like when you listen to, there's always one or two that you're like, probably skip that, or maybe they're just slower ones. But
Yeah, you're
on
like,
this, I'm literally like,
this is great.
wall to
Also, different. Like this song is more, I don't know, like denser, if you will. It's a lot more.
and also I think the
psyche.
spoken word stuff is sort of added in as almost like an aside rather than being the main. Jaysalon was all like, the spoken word stuff.
Yes.
Then Wet Dream had it quite a bit in it, but this one it is almost like a callback rather than being a main part of the song.
Yeah.
And what is it? I don't know what I'm doing here. I was told there'd be free beer. We've all been there.
We've literally all been there.
We've all been there.
Like the lyrics that relate the most.
Yes.
Arguably.
I love Wet Leg.
Yeah, amazing.
I wish them all the best.
So good. I wish them all the best.
Yes.
You sound like what, the uncle at like graduation is just like, I wish you all the best in your future.
With your media degree.
There's plenty of jobs out there, promise.
But no, incredible band and like so deserving of the hype, I think.
Yeah.
If this album doesn't do absolute numbers, then
We've all failed.
I am a monkey's uncle.
Never know.
Never know.
Don't know what you get up
Could
to.
happen.
No. Let's have a listen then, shall we?
This is Angelica by Wet Leg. Shout out all the ASMR fans.
Yeah, the whisper there was a real.
Going to talk like this for the rest.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Quite horrible. Shall I go on to some more music?
Tell me some more new music, please.
I don't know. How did ASMR become a thing?
People either hate it or they love it, right? This is the thing. People are like, oh, you either hate it or you love it. I've never met anyone that loves it.
No.
Everyone fucking hates it.
No one's going, oh, yeah, great.
100,000 people worldwide. They love it. Remember when Tom Jones did an ASMR version of What's New Pussycat and everyone just went, yeah, fair.
Yeah, everyone let that happen.
Fucking horrendous. 80-year-old man fucking licking his lips on mic at his big age.
I don't like it.
You know what? Doesn't cut the mustard.
Tell you what does, though. Just mustard. Hey?
Mustard cuts the mustard.
Hey? See?
Cut my mustard.
We've done this for a couple of years now. We know what we're doing.
2 years.
Barely. Damning.
2 years.
And we are here still.
Push it on.
Which is the new song from Just Mustard. These guys are great. They've been around for a while now. Just Mustard,
They're still around.
They're still around. But I can remember seeing them at Great Escape a few years ago. They were kind of starting off. They've like obviously just great Irish band.
I think
like working their way through and kind of like I don't know, just taking their time to get their sound right. And
I think the
it's great to see.
reason they were first around is because there was Fontaines and then Murder Capital, and everyone went, Irish music scene, find another Irish band, find another Irish band. And I, to be honest, don't think they were there yet.
No.
There was promise there, but I think like I'm quite glad that never went into hype and then they got fucked over by it, because this new track is fucking incredible and I feel like they're now ready to be a big, a big band that like build that fan base, because I think early on it was literally just people being like, the new South London scene is Irish music, and like there were bands in that South London scene that suffered from being like exposed too early to too many people.
Being rushed
they
through.
Weren't tight enough.
Yeah, they needed
the
this
time. This track from Just Mustard, I think, like so good, and like I say, I saw them quite early on as well.
Yeah.
And like there was definitely something there, and I think this is like
it was a mood.
Example.
It was like they're one of those bands.
Moody.
There's one of those bands who like when you like I guess when you see them and when you listen to them, you like it's immediately putting you in this kind of like space, and they're really really great at it, and you've kind of seen that through everything that they've done. But yeah, it definitely feels like now they're like, right, we've taken some time, and it's one of those things maybe like that the pandemic actually gave them time to stop and be like, what do we want to do here?
But yeah,
and it's phenomenal.
What I love as well, like I think the nonsense of anyone trying to do that, like, the Irish music scene is like, it's such a weird thing to say. Like, you wouldn't say like the English music scene.
Yeah.
It's such a weird one to just be like, they're all from the same country. And like, Fontaines DC sound really different to the Murder Capitals, sound really different to these guys, sound really different to CMAT, who's also Irish.
Yep.
So I do love that, like, each band that's coming out there is just showing more and more what a ridiculous attempt it
It's
was
incredible.
to put together.
Yeah,
And it's like-
you think as well of like Kojak and Inhaler.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all these different sounds, but it's all just really, really great. And them having their own kind of like lane, I think is really, really wonderful. They've actually said that this track, they wanted the listener to feel like they're on a train going through a tunnel.
Okay. I actually quite enjoy that when you're on the tunnel. I feel like you are.
Yeah, it's like
not like the underground, but like
it does, I get the vibe now.
And then it just goes boom.
Yeah, yes. You get the vibe. You get
and
the
then there's
vibe.
someone on the phone and they go, "Oh, hello," and you're like, "Mate, you're in a tunnel. You're under a hill now.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
God can't save you. You're under a hill.
You're under a hill.
You are where no man is meant to go. It's you and the worms now.
But if the worms could
Technically, you're mining at the moment on the Great Western through to Bristol.
as you're passing through Didcot Parkway.
On the Southern Rail passing through the South Downs in mid Sussex. You're a miner now. Next stop, Hassocks and a vein of coal.
You have to pay for your train ticket by cleaning the front of the train after its operations.
Yeah.
A true place that Just Mustard have left us in. But yeah, big fan of this. Really like what they're doing. Looking forward to seeing what else they come with. I actually think they are. I know we're talking about the difference between all the Irish bands, but they are supporting, I think, Fontaines DC relatively soon, which is going to be great for them and getting them out there. This is an amazing song, and it feels like I know the proper start of what's coming up.
I think in a world of I think it's getting tougher to name your band. There's a lot of bands with the same name. Like, I mean, Fontaines were called Fontaines, and then there was an American band called Fontaines. They had to add the DC. I think Just Mustard is a very pleasing band name.
Great stuff.
So, shout out, guys.
So well done.
I really enjoy the phrase Just Mustard.
Congratulations to Just Mustard for your name and the songs. Let's listen to this one. This is Get in the Mood. This is Still. What song? What band? Yeah, looking forward to seeing what they do next. Their time has come, as they say.
And it is now.
As is it the John Cena song from wrestling?
I miss you.
My time is up.
Like the desert miss the rain. I miss you. Like Frank Sinatra misses Dave. New track from Dave samples Frank Sinatra.
Why not?
I didn't know I was going there when I started that, so I think
that went really well. That went really well. Yeah,
Dave
I was
recently
impressed.
blew the roof off of the O2.
Literally,
really raised the roof.
Literally,
of the
too
O2.
much.
He really
too much. So
caused significant storm damage to the outlet ball at the O2.
God,
Dave, huge rapper, obviously.
Big one.
Massive.
Yep.
First album, great. Second album, great. Songs, the Arnold albums, great. Incredible stuff. After the first album, nothing for a while. Bit quiet. Build some suspense.
Yeah.
Back.
You're describing just a general album like cycle, but go on.
I
continue.
am, but
I am.
Second album comes out.
Yes.
What's he done? Dropped a little Lucy.
Oh,
little Lucy.
Little Lucy. Just when you think you're all out of drinks,
exactly.
He slides over a little laugh.
He's called Last Orders. He's looked you in the eye and he's gone, "Oh, go on then.
Go on then."
Go
For
on
you,
then. Exactly.
If you're quick, one more.
So yeah,
here it
is just
is.
a really good, unexpected drop. I mean, also just played the O2 doing his big arena tour, been announced for some festivals, huge.
Yes.
Continuing his run of having absolutely abysmal album artwork and absolutely incredible songs.
If there's one fault, Dave, artwork.
Dave,
The second album artwork was quite nice.
All of your album covers look like they could be spray painted on a Volkswagen camper.
Maybe that's the
by
idea.
a man in his 60s.
Maybe that's the idea. Just get it sprayed on.
Yeah, the second one was probably the best of them, but I think only because it had.
We looked through some of the EP stuff, and all I'm saying is,
I remember when I first came across him with Thiago Silva and then the Game Over EP. Those both, the Game Over one especially, has I think possibly the worst album artwork I've ever seen on a good. You know what I mean? Like with good music behind it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, not the one. Yeah, but Dave's great.
It's got a little hum. It's like a hummed
bit
of Frank Sinatra. It's quite a weird sample.
Yeah,
I can't really tell if it's a sample or like a cover of a sample.
It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Exactly.
It's good to see though, Dave.
But yeah, it's good, and also like the word plays in full effect. You know, it's weird that it came out with no warning as obviously a Lucy that's not on an album or anything, and like it's still like to such a massively high standard, which I guess shows why you would be playing multiple sold out nights at the O2.
Yeah, it's quite mad that he's become so big. So like he's up there now. You know, you can he's up there with Stormzy. You know, festival headlining now. Like it's quite incredible that he's done that, and also he's kind of done it really in his own way, in quite an old school way. You know, he's taken time out. He's been quiet. He's been incredible how he's done it, and he's amazing.
Stormzy did it later on, but
yeah.
I do feel like there's this thing with like artists of that size. Neither of them have social media.
No, yeah,
because like I think Stormzy had it early on. Stormzy used to be very good quality on social media, but no, both of them like don't have it, and it's just kind of that proof that like all of this stuff that like people feel like they need to do, like. They haven't done it, and they've just let it all kind of speak.
Yeah, they'll pop on and do something, and then they'll go away. Like, yeah, it's just incredibly done, and it's just amazing to see. Like, he is now, one of the biggest artists in the UK.
Won't he be the youngest solo headliner of Reading?
Yes, that's correct.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, fair plays.
Yeah,
fair plays to you.
Good thing they couldn't afford Billie Eilish, eh? So he can get that crown.
If you will. By the time, yeah.
But no, he'll be great. I mean, I was actually at the Brit Awards. So I didn't see him in the O2, but I mean, I saw him doing the Fire at the Brits, and like he's just top of his game. And like what I do love as well is there's so much love for like earlier people in the scene and getting gigs out, getting gets out.
Yeah.
Like he's clearly got that link back, but also I think they've really mastered it in exactly the same way Stormzy has, of like not being stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Just being like, you know, getting a fucking career best verse out of someone who's been around for 15 years and then just carrying on.
Yeah, doing his bits. Really, really impressive. And yeah, if he can just be like, oh, by the way, here's a song, like, and he can just do it like this, and it's so good. Is not bad.
Here's Starlight by Dave.
History. If you don't miss me, it's a mystery. G17 in the party, tipsy. Don't drink, that's risky. Focus, show's gonna land like Disney. I'm putting down under Sydney. That's big, I'll donate both my kidneys. True love what the kid needs. And a girl from the West Indies. I know them man talking a kid, but it's hard to hate on the truth I'm living in. Enough men hate with their lies instead. Counting cash with the phone to my ear. I feel like Meek on a private jet. Life or death, 5 eyes, fires, potential wifey. In the street, respected highly. In the
Starlight, can you hear me?
Yeah, missed opportunity, I think, to sample that.
Yeah, like, you know, Frank Sinatra, fair play to you, but also
what if fuck.
Get fucked is the line.
Yeah.
We've got one more song for you from the past week. It's been a bumper couple of weeks. There's a lot of songs we couldn't get in there. Obviously, Lynx.
Yes.
Blossoms had a new one out.
Yes. An absolutely ludicrous Baby Cake sampling Muramasa, Lil Uzi Vert, and Pink Pantheress.
That was a thing.
Shy Girl?
Yep, that was a thing that came out.
Absolutely insane.
That
was going to include it, but you know, there was too many good songs around. But like, I would really recommend everyone go and listen to that.
Yeah, go and check that out. You won't hear it here, but you should probably go and check that out because it's absolutely fucking nonsense.
Well, it's got New Coach Party. That's great.
Coach Party is really good. Really like the new Haim stuff is great.
Really bad new Block Party song out.
The new April song, Hostel, was great. Cave Town and Bieber Doobie. That was really lovely.
Rosalia, great song.
Those are great stuff. But let's talk about Matilda Man. There can be only one winner. It's Matilda Man. That's right. That's what we're playing. Yes, 4-Leaf Dream is the name of the song. This is I guess like Matilda Man, someone who we haven't actually played on the show before, but was having a great year last year, dropping some really like just really lovely well crafted like indie pop songs, and this one is just another one. It's kind of this, I don't know, almost like slackerish, but it's just really well crafted, well put together, and I think she is just another one of this like scene of like young singer-songwriters who are just making their own, like just really just nailing exactly what they want to do. Like you look at stuff like Alex Page, who we've played on the show before.
Is she named after Australian folk classic song Waltzing Matilda?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Just coincidence then.
Just want to check, or after what the famous kids movie Matilda.
Not familiar with it.
The musical Matilda.
Sounds like the kind of thing Danny DeVito would be in.
You won't believe it. Really like this. It's kind of like the next step for her after Sonder EP came out last year.
And to clarify, her name is Matilda Mann. You don't just keep saying
yes
Matilda, comma.
No, it's Matilda Mann.
I wasn't sure if you were sort of like a stoned American from the 80s.
Yes, what I haven't told you is that I am the guy from Dude, Where's My Car?
Let me tell you about Matilda Man.
Let me tell you, man. It's about the song is about letting go of the idea of someone. Sometimes we mold people in relationships to fit this idea we created in our own heads that they're perfect, that this is definitely right. Sometimes it stops you from seeing what they're actually like, and it's best to let them go.
That's how I feel too.
About who?
Princess Diana.
This is 4-Leaf Dream by the really great Matilda Mann.
Prepared, I was so overwhelmed by all you had done, and it's confusing because you let me hold the gun. I was so
Hello, and we're back.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Start saying hello after every song.
Hello. That was Matilda Mann.
Hello.
Wonderful song. Yeah, love that. Looking forward to seeing what Matilda does next. Big stuff. It's now time for our album of the episode.
Yes.
Because it's no longer a week.
Obviously, this is and was and always will be CMAT. But as we've already played two CMAT songs.
We've played two. We were close to maybe doing another one, but they were like, we're going to
shadowy them.
Yes.
So instead,
yes.
Nilüfer Yanya.
Nilüfer Yanya.
You know when you read something for a long time, then you just, as you open your mouth to say it, your brain goes, we've never done this before. Nilüfer Yanya.
Nilüfer Yanya is the one. Yes. New album, Painless.
Unlike me trying to say it.
Yes, and unlike me right now as well. Yes. Really living our best life. Second album from Nilüfer Yanya.
Audibly a second
album, as The Guardian described it.
Yes.
It's audibly a second album.
It is. If you've listened to the first one, this one is audibly
when you listen to
second.
It's the second. Yeah.
Great album, though.
Great album, yes.
A unique voice.
Yeah, I guess, an artist who, for a brand new artist to like kind of have completely her own, I don't know, just like sense of just like herself and knowing exactly what she wants to do. It's just incredible.
The guide is always, how easy would it be to book a 2-band support slot for this artist? That made sense.
Yeah.
So like, sports team are around. You're like, great, couple of indie bands, Fontaines, a couple of indie, maybe a little post-rock.
Yeah, you think a big like, pop act, you think, okay, you can see that.
Or someone like, Sigrid, you'd be like, okay. Nilüfer Yanya, I'd be like, that's quite hard. You'd end up going on vibes rather than sound.
Yes,
exactly. Another sort of avant-garde-y thing.
Eclectic.
But they wouldn't, exactly.
Yeah.
And, that's good.
Because
it means when you release a new album, people haven't heard anything like it since the first one and are ready for it, rather than being sick of the sound. So.
Yeah, you know what we were talking about, like Dave earlier, and how like when he's putting out his albums, it feels like, oh wow, here comes like this.
Here comes another one.
It comes this like audibly, this like another like just artist really creating, and you're like, oh, I wonder what they're going to do next. Like this kind of like feels like it feels like it with Nilüfer, and the result I think is an album that is a lot bolder. It's I don't know, a bit more. I don't know. She's definitely like the confidence of that first album has really seeped in. Yeah, exactly.
The first one, I mean, was great, but I think also there's this thing, isn't there? If you want like a unique voice, the first one's always going to be a little bit tinged by like that thing of like, Nothing else sounds like this. So I feel like
and trying to make a mark. You're like trying to,
100%.
you know, be like, okay.
And it almost kind of leans into that. Nothing else sounds like this. Look how eclectic it is. Whereas this one is like, okay, you know what I'm about now.
Yeah.
It's like whenever they reboot Spider-Man, right? Normally they're
Please.
like,
Yeah, I
they're
wanna hear
like,
this,
oh,
guys.
we got to do the he gets bitten by the spider.
Yeah.
And then this time round, they just went, you fucking know about Spider-Man.
Fucking is what's next.
Right? But yeah, normally like they'll do that. In the first film suffers because the first half an hour, he doesn't have any superpowers and he's just an idiot. You're like, yeah, I know he's an idiot. I'm aware of that. I don't need this. I don't, oh, Uncle Ben, oh, I wonder what happens to him, right? So the first half, the first film's like that, and then the second film, fucking all meat, isn't it?
Yeah.
All salami.
So
You know?
what are you trying to say?
You got
this
fucking-
album is all salami.
Yeah. You got what's
Put that
his
on the
name?
quote.
Fucking Alfred Molina
Yeah.
Molina?
yes.
with his little glasses on,
Yeah.
smashing up cars with his tentacles. That's
Giving
what
it
this
10
album
mil.
is doing.
It's smashing up
This
cars with
album
its tentacles.
is smashing cars up.
But with a deep heart as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Well,
like the Spider-Man movie,
The,
of
the
course.
source of he wants the power, right?
Of course, yeah. There is a heart in there. And the result is, it's amazing. I just
Plus,
love
she's got better hair than him.
Well, Alfred Molina. They met Alfred Molina. Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, the
You can't see, but I'm doing the hair.
yeah, he's doing the hair right now. Picture the
Coat,
hair.
though. Got a good coat, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Nilüfer probably also got good coats. This metaphor got very tortured.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
I'm saying is this album's good because there's less establishing of who she is.
Yes, it's more freedom to be like, right, I can go try this off. You're already invested in
Exactly.
Nilüfer as an
I've already
artist.
got you from point A to point B. Now
Yeah.
I can spread out to C, D, E, F, G all in
Try
one song.
all of it. Yes.
But we're all anchored.
But do it as well in like this incredibly like personal way that for a new artist still is just I don't know, just leaps and bounds ahead of probably where most people would expect kind of like an artist at this stage of their career to be. It's a wonderful stuff. Yeah, let's go on. Let's do that. They call me the
Mr.
Joker,
Bombastic,
the Thief,
the Midnight Toker.
but they're actually talking about the Dealer,
Oh.
which is a song by Nilüfer Yanya. Listen to it now.
Phew.
Wonderful stuff. Lots going on. Just like really like pushing production wise. And also, like you say, it's hard to define Nilüfer down as like this is the type of artist that
I
Nilüfer
wouldn't
Yanya
really be able
is.
to give you a genre.
No, you couldn't. And that's what I feel like. That's like she's kind of like part of. There is this scene of other artists who are doing that, who are just melding these genres together, and it's always been written about this idea of like, oh, the Spotify generation that listens to, isn't just like, oh, I'm a rock fan and therefore I'm going to make rock music. It's like I am someone who loves, indie music, electronic music, hip hop, some of the more heavier rocky stuff, some more obscure references as well, and can combine it all together, and it's still distinctively her. And it's just I really love those sort of artists, and I think that's why Nilüfer, I don't know, as people love kind of like what she's doing, and such acclaim has kind of come her way as well.
I think we're also in an era where I think you would be hard pressed to find an artist that isn't at least familiar with the YouTube video "They're taking the hobbits to Isengard."
Yeah,
and I think if you showed that to a band in the 1970s, it would blow their mind. So that's why I feel like someone like Nilüfer Yanya can exist, because we're also accustomed to things like the Lord of the Rings films being condensed into a 2-minute song, which is better than all 3 films put together.
It's true. Don't watch the films.
We're used to the chopping, the changing, the remixing, and we're used to taking the hobbits to Isengard, and I think Nilüfer does that amazingly in this album. The metaphorical hobbits.
Nilüfer Yanya, she's amazingly good at taking the metaphorical hobbits to the metaphorical Isengard.
Yeah. God.
You've nailed exactly what makes this album so great. That exact vibe. Incredibly personal, real variety on this album. I think she is unlike any other artist going, and I also think it's an album that people should like spend time with. Like it's one of those
like a long trip.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Isengard.
yeah. It takes a while, doesn't it?
Mm.
You get to know the characters involved.
And one of the verse bits of that, he says, "Tell me where is Gandalf, for I much desire to speak with him."
Right.
And I feel like that's how a lot of people felt after the first Nilüfer Yanya album, waiting for the second one.
This is glowing praise, by the way, from Jake. Like, it nails it completely. Exactly what's great about
Somehow.
it. So many styles. It also just, she can just do whatever she likes, and I really want to see that live show. I think it'll be phenomenal. And yeah, just still starting out. It feels like completely able to do whatever she wants. And I think Nilüfer Yanya is one of those artists that when you get to like album number 4, number 5, it'll be like, oh wow, you are cemented as this incredible like, artistic talent. Like, not to compare, but like someone like I don't know, in a different lane, but like an FKA Twigs, where it's like over time, it becomes clear.
One of those
that she's
ones
a
where you
genius.
just expect not to know what's going on, not to know what's going to come out, but just trusting them for it to be good.
Yeah. And it's very accessible as well. This album, you're in there. There's great melodies.
Yeah, like
great
first
hooks,
listen, you'll have a great time.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I just think she is someone who just stands apart from everyone else. It's a wonderful, wonderful combination.
In much the same way as Peter Jackson's trilogy did when they came out. Revolutionary. You think about the CGI, that still holds up today.
Where would you class Get Back, Peter Jackson's work, in comparison to the Lord of the Rings series? And does this affect this comparison?
I would say, actually, you could very easily lift 30 minutes out of the middle of Return of the King, put in 30 minutes of Get Back, and you wouldn't notice the difference.
Give it a go now. Well, actually, not now. After we've listened to another track from this incredible album from Nilüfer Yanya, this is Another Life. All one word, because there's no time for spaces.
Anothra Life.
I love that one.
I spend a lot of days with these thoughts, keeping like the way I can't stop. Some kind of way I am lost. In another life I was not. You can't be it's running through my veins. I let you walk away, I can't watch all over my face. Now I'm picking up the pace, guess I know you don't
There it
know.
is.
God.
Painless by Nilüfer Yanya. Great album. Yeah, it really stood out, kind of like, especially over the past couple of weeks. So go check it out. Go have a listen. Go
What's
play.
interesting, I think, if you watch They're Taking the Hobbits to Isengard and then watch the Lord of the Rings film, I think it's the second one that has that in.
Yes.
When he says that line, it sounds really, really like it doesn't fit in the film anymore. Odd.
Like when you hear it, you've heard it too many times out of context.
Doesn't
you're like,
sound
no,
like words
that's
anymore.
not it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the one. But yeah, great album.
When you sing your sweet, sweet song to me, Jamie Muir.
I think I've got the strength to do it this time.
You reckon?
Because I didn't last time.
It took it out of me last time.
Yeah. I guess it is time for a tweet.
Of the week.
Time for some tweets, Jake. Shall I start things off?
Please do. The floor is yours.
I'll throw the basketball in the area.
In the area.
In the area. Yeah, the area.
Yeah, the area.
And then you can do the slam dunk for the second one. How about
I think
that?
I am marginally taller than you, so I guess it makes sense.
That makes sense.
Also, you've got a broken collarbone.
Yes. So yeah, don't make me do basketball at all. The first one is from Glaive, who has tweeted,
Craig Glavid.
there is a little village of gnomes in my head, and they will not shut up.
We've all been there. I actually was in a similar position, but it turned out my next door neighbours always arguing. So check that out.
And they're gnomes. They are a family of
just
gnomes.
through the wall, they sound quite distant. Like,
do you know what they were arguing about?
Yeah, they were arguing about which one of them got to fish with their tiny plastic fishing rod and who got to wear the big pink hat. Could have been gnomes, actually.
Could have been gnomes, actually. Who had the wheelbarrow?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who's going to go out to do some work at like a venture golf course for a brief period of time? Do you like gnomes? Are gnomes like? I feel like gnomes is a
Gnomes
bygone
are an interesting
era.
one because I really enjoy gnomes in everyone else's garden, but would never let them anywhere fucking near anything. Like,
Why?
I would never,
Why?
Because like they look like shit. Like in your garden, you'd be like, I don't have a garden, but if you have a garden, you'd look at it and be like, fucking, that looks like shit. But in another
You're a
person's
maniac.
garden, you're like, that's funny.
Yeah,
No, you have to look at it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it feels like gnomes as well is quite it's a bygone era. You know, I feel like that's gone.
But also, I don't know what era they were like. I can't really imagine anyone ever looking at gnome and being like, "That's cool."
Yes.
Like, were gnomes ever edgy?
I guess for a period they were. It was like a thing. Like everyone had gnomes in their front. I guess in the same way that everyone now
who had the
does
first gnome?
TikToks.
Yeah.
Everyone had gnomes. I guess.
Yeah.
I need to find a little bit more information on a second on the gnomes, but
On the gnomes.
yeah. Well, hold on a second. One of the big impacts of gnomes was obviously the Romeo and Juliet film series.
Yes. Yeah.
Which of course managed to spurn I think 2 films, which is quite fucking mad.
Also, considering they didn't come out at peak gnome time.
Yeah, the Romeo and Juliet first film. Don't wanna break the kind of like spoilers, but it's about gnomes fighting based on the Romeo and Juliet story by Shakespeare, of course.
Yes, of course.
It included such voice actors as James McAvoy, Michael Caine, Mr. Romeo.
I'm afraid I cannot let you stay in the garden with me.
I cannot let another Romeo see another Juliet. I will not stand for it, Master.
I will not stand for
Master
another
Gnome.
gnome to be bought from that garden centre and placed in a garden under which I live.
I simply will not do it, sir. Master Bruce.
By my pointy blue hat, Master Bruce, I cannot let another gnome be smashed underneath the wheels
Why
of
the
a car.
fuck did he do it?
He'll do anything, mate.
Jason Statham was in it.
Nice.
Patrick Stewart.
Fuck.
Well, that's my impression of Patrick Stewart. Well, Spock. That's about it. That's all I've got.
That was all right. But
Well,
don't carry on.
Who else was it? Ozzy Osbourne.
Sharon.
I don't want the fucking gnomes on it.
Yeah. I'm going to watch this film.
Yeah, it was nominated for Golden Globes.
Great.
So that shows how everyone's doing. In
You know, the only
film
impact
industry.
gnomes have had on my life is there is Gnosticism, which is GNO, begins with.
GNO.
So, like, as in, like, that's how it's spelled. GNO. Gnosticism.
I don't like my crops like GNO.
But it's the belief that human beings have a piece of God within themselves, apparently. But all I think about whenever, like, you hear it or read it, I'm like, I know that's probably something else, but it makes me think that it's a religion based on gnomes. Like, if someone was a Gnostic, I'd be like, oh, they love gnomes. You get like some medieval guy. Oh, he was Gnostic. I'm like, wow, they had gardens.
Yeah,
gnomes. Eh?
fair
Wow.
enough. Fair enough.
Must have made his own.
The sequel
Sherlock Gnomes.
was Sherlock Gnomes,
Yes.
which featured some of the recurring cast. Michael Caine was back in it. I'm trying to see who else was in it.
Oh, Johnny Depp was Sherlock Gnomes.
Johnny Depp was Sherlock Gnomes himself. Right.
Great.
Mary J. Blige. Great.
This is literally
No more
insane.
tears. What's the song? What's the Mary J. Blige song? Is it No More? Oh, I can't remember the song now.
I think we should probably move on.
No more tears. Ozzy Osbourne was back in it though, so well done him.
Yeah,
Getting that
shout
money.
out.
Shout out him. Yeah, if there are gnomes in your head, Glaive, that's not good. I would, well, maybe invest in gnomes. Clearly they've left a mark. Maybe there's a nice garden.
Invest in gnomes.
Hmm.
Maybe play a Glaive song.
Yeah, how about Icarus by Glaive? Let's have a listen.
Why not? Eh? Now I've actually got a tweet for you.
Hit me.
So bit of context. Top Boy hit show ended.
Yes,
Everyone wanted it to come back. Then Drake got involved.
he did.
He paid
didn't
for it
he?
to come back.
Yeah, he did get
He
involved.
paid. He gave all the money. He said, "Bring Top Boy back. I'm such a beg. I really want everyone in the UK to love me."
I'm such a beg.
Yeah. So Neighbours have tweeted, "We're so sorry to say that after nearly 37 years, Neighbours will cease production in June."
Fuck. That's madness.
yeah.
Neighbours. I used to watch
Big.
Neighbours a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, well, everyone used to. I think that's the issue.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah. And Fred from Spectre has just retweeted and just put, "Drake, do your thing." Great tweet. But also, I'm just wondering, what do you want Drake to bring back, Jamie? Drake could bring back anything.
Anything. Should we stick in the TV kind of like realm? I
No,
reckon.
whatever.
Anything.
Yeah.
Woolworths.
Oh, nice one, yeah.
I mean, that'd be
I was
quite
thinking
nice.
dream bars, which I think are actually quite tied in with Woolworths in my mind.
OVO, yeah, OVOXO,
Yeah.
Dream Bars.
This is the thing with Drake. I think like he's so invested in UK culture, but he doesn't get it.
And has a load of money.
Like if I said to Drake, "Bring back Woolworths," he'd be like, "What's Woolworths?"
Do you
That's
think you
Drake's
not
voice.
get it? That sounded like Christopher Walken. What? What?
Why would I bring back Woolworths?
Woolworths?
Woolworths.
Bring it back.
I don't even know what a dream bar is.
The Drake impression. That's what it's going to be from now on.
Yeah.
It's Drake is Christopher Walken.
As Drake once said, passion in the things you do.
Reminds me. Why am I speaking like Kermit the Frog? Reminds me. Passion is miles away.
This is
But good on. I mean, I don't know. I think Drake should. If he's going to bring back TV shows,
he should bring back Neighbours.
good on. Bullseye. Generation
Bully.
Game could be quite
Yeah.
good. Wouldn't mind if they
Blind
brought
date,
back-
but with Cilla Black.
what now?
See how much money he's got. See how much that Drake money's buying. Hologram Cilla Black.
Hologram Cilla Black. A lot of people would pay a lot of
Yeah.
money for that. To be honest with you,
Isn't it really funny that
This
Kanye
feeling
West
inside.
spent loads and loads of money on like a hologram of
Oh my god, I
Kim
forgot about this.
Kardashian's dead dad,
Yes!
and then made the dead dad say that Kanye
was great.
and then they got divorced. Like
I
as
forgot
much
about
as
that.
I think that whole situation is like very toxic and like,
Yes.
not but I think like in history we'll be able to look back on that moment
That was a thing.
and say like how people like my granny, she's 95,
Yeah.
she remembers World War II,
Yes.
and I'll be able
And
to
we've got this.
I'll be able to say, I remember when that happened. I remember when a man paid for a hologram of someone's dead dad to come back and then
Yep.
made the dad say Kanye West is great.
Say that you were great.
Yeah.
Super.
This is The Neighbours theme by Barry Crocker.
Everybody needs good neighbors. Just a friendly wave each morning helps to make a better day. Neighbors need to get to know each other. Next door is only a footstep away. Everybody needs good neighbors.
That's when good neighbors become good friends. Drake, get on it now because that's a banger
That
and we
is a
need
banger.
that in our life. Huge song.
Yeah, I think that's all we've got time for though.
I think so.
Have you got any predictions for the next fortnight, James?
Yeah, I'm going to still be fucked.
Oh, yeah.
No, I reckon we're going to have a great time at the Dorks Night Out Swim Deep show, which is coming up in a few days.
It is, yeah.
Or it would have just happened.
No, it won't.
Days.
Few days.
Few days. We have a good time there.
It'll be 3 days, I think. This Thursday.
Yeah, I reckon Drake is going to bring back RuneScape.
RuneScape's still going.
Is it still going?
Yeah, I know someone that works for the company that makes RuneScape.
How?
Jargex.
They're employing people?
Yeah, they're big, mate.
Fuck, fair play. Well,
Shout
shout
out
out RuneScape.
I got
Fuck.
to level 60 woodcutting, but never chopped down a yew tree. Something to think about.
We all know about yew tree, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, stayed
Exactly,
away
that's
away
why
from
I avoided
that.
it.
Couldn't drop that down.
A little bit of noncery for you guys at home there.
What about
I
you?
think that, what are we now? March. So 2 weeks will still be in March. I think that, it's hard because it's still spring.
Yeah,
isn't
it's still
it?
spring,
I think
technically.
they're going to ban golf.
Why? What would have happened?
Seems like
What would have happened?
I'm
Something.
just-
It was a
that
riot.
kind of time.
Riot.
We're in a Pisces moon, so
Are we?
yeah.
Oh.
That's all we've got time for, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
And remember, if at any point while listening you you get bored, you can go do something else. But if you could leave us on and just mute it, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, if you stick it on repeat, that'd be greatly appreciated. Every play helps for our world domination.
It does.
And maybe then Steve Jobs will give us money.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got a Pizza Hut arriving in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to go eat some pizza, so see ya.
There we go. Patrick, while we wait, I can rap Pass Out to you if you want.
Go for it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Just got to remind myself, what's the intro? And then after the intro, I think I'll be like, no, I mean the intro line. I don't need you to do the thing.
I was going to do the...
He says like, yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars and the cards out. Let's have a toaster celebration, get a glass out. And we can do this until we pass out. I'm in charge now. I'm a star and I brought my fucking cars out. I live a very, very, very wild lifestyle. Heidi and Audrina eat your heart out. I used to listen to You Don't Want to Bring Aunt's House. I got so many clothes, I keep some in my aunt's house. Disturbing London, baby. We about to branch out. And soon I'll be the king like Prince Charles Child?
Prince Charles?
That's it. Yeah, no, Charles Child, I think it was.
Charles Child?
Yeah, soon I'll be the king like Prince Charles Child. Yeah, and there ain't nobody fresher, semester to semester. Raving with the freshers. 20 light bulbs around my table and my dresser. CSC compressor just in case they don't impress her. Say hello to Dexter, say hello to Uncle Fester. Got them gazing at my necklace and my crazy sun protectors. G-Shocks, I got a crazy thumb collection. Haters, I can't fucking hear your reception. Yeah, we bring the stars out, etc.
And it goes on.
They say hello. They say hola. And they say bonjour. I'm kind of pissed. I never got to fly on a Concorde. I've been Southampton, but I've never been to Scunthorpe.
But that's why you've not been on a Concorde.
I'm fucking crazy with the kicks.
That's why you've not been on a Concorde. You go to Southampton and you're thinking of going to Scunthorpe.
I'm about to be a bigger star than my mum thought, because every day I've got a groupie at my front door. Now I drive past the bus I used to run for. Where's my fucking clap? Where's my encore?
Ratatata.
I walk alone, because I was born alone. I chirps her just for fun. I'll never ever call her phone.
That's a bit rude.
I'll leave her in the club. I'll never ever walk her home.
That fucking hell, mate. That's a bit much, isn't it?
Just saying that out loud made me realise how terrible it was.
Yeah. No, you can. Do you know what? Make your own way home.
I'm born famous. That's what I know. I don't know. Son doesn't. I bet it knows. Anyway, okay.
We better get back
that was
to
just
this.
for you, Patrick.
Yeah. Enjoy. Right, music.